Senator Craughwell.
Thank you, Lascar. Look, just in response to what my colleague has just said, I remember my first year as President of the Teachers' Union of Ireland. We had 2 suicides in the north of the country in a space of a couple of weeks. 2 sisters, unfortunately. And the impact on the adults left behind, and I'm talking about the teaching staff in the school. The principal made a very valid point to me, Minister, and I think it's one we need to take on board. In that particular case, he made the point to me that on the 1st of September, children return to school, and they're in school until the 31st of June. And for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, somehow or other, as the principal of the school, I'm deemed to be responsible for those children. And he said, you know, the terrible thing about dealing with children and technology today is that their parents will make them do their homework when they come home, hopefully. They'll feed them their meals. They'll allow them watch TV, and at a certain time they'll send them to bed. And when they send them to bed, they will make sure they change into their nightwear, wash their teeth and do whatever else they're expected to do, carry out whatever ablutions need to be carried out before they get into the bed. And then they will allow them into bed with the most lethal device in their hand, one of these. And they will allow them access to all sorts of abuse from colleagues. In recent years, speaking to secondary school teachers, I'm now told the punishment for a child in the bullying network is not to like their page or not to like their photograph. In other words, to shun them and electronically place them in Coventry. And as you're drafting your bill, because I do believe you're a man of your word and you will bring something forward, I think this is an ideal opportunity to put those things on the record. Adults are affected as a result of the damage done to children. And sadly, I hear far too often about tragic ends to what goes on online. And the other thing I would ask you to do, Minister, when you're looking at this, is in a number of cases where children have taken their own lives, it has been reported as misadventure rather than what it was, which is suicide. And I think we have to, as a society, we have to confront these things. We have to be aware of the damage that's been done. And I mean, I have suffered attacks online myself, and there are times when I simply have to turn off my phone for the benefit of my own mental health. I know many members of the government would prefer if I turned it off all the time, but that's another story. I think we have to broaden it out, as my colleague has said, and look at the impact right across society. Thank you.
Thanks very much.